All right, hello, welcome. So these videos here are going to be me going through how I would work out the questions to the practice notation exercises number 1. Okay, so I'm just going to do a video on each question, just showing you the process of how to work it out. So hopefully this will be helpful. So this, just a reminder, I'm going through the questions of practice exercises 1 because there's a practice exercises, notation exercises 2, if you want to give that a go. They're all very similar questions. But let's get started. This is question 1. So question 1 is a time signature question where you have to figure out what the time signature is. So I'm just going to show you how you would do that. So we have 6 of them here in question 1. So let's start up here. Hopefully you can see that. Yep. So question mark, what is this time signature? So the first thing that I do here, because we have some simple time signatures and some compound time signatures, so the options are, there's 6 options. It's 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, 6-4, sorry, let me start again. 2-4, 3-4, 4-4, and then the compound ones 6-8, 9-8, 12-8. So your first decision is to go, is it one of the 2, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, or is it one of the more complicated 6, 8, 9, 8, 12, 8? Now to do that, we look for our, which I've spoken before, our common groups of 3 quavers, because that's the dead giveaway for 6, 8, 9, 8, and 12, 8 is these kind of things here. Okay, your dotted crotchet, not always, as I've said in the previous video, but sometimes. So your 3 quavers, that kind of thing. So that's the first thing I'm going to look out for, is things like that. So we're doing the first one, and it's fairly basic. We've got a minim and a crotchet. So depends on how familiar you are with beats and things like that. But to me, that looks like just a simple time signature. So either 2-4, 3-4, or 4-4. So I'm going to count the number of beats in the bar when it's something like that. So a minim is worth 2 beats. So you can put it above. Let's put it below. So that's 2 beats, and a crotchet is worth 1 beat. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So we are in 3-4. Okay. So that makes sense for 3-4. That works out to 3-4. Let's do the next one. Get rid of the question mark. What time signature is this? So we have tar, za, ti, ti, tar. So once again, we don't have any of our triplets or groups of 3 quavers or common groupings in terms that are equal to 3 quavers. That looks like a fairly simple rhythm. So I'm going to count the number of beats again. We know a crotchet is worth 1. We know a za or a crotchet rest is worth 1 as well. A TT together is worth 1. So remembering that 1 quaver, so these are 2 quavers or a TT, however you want to think of it. You can see that, yes, good. So each one of them is worth half. A quaver is worth half a beat, so 2 quavers together or a TT. There's lots of terminology here. That is worth 1, and another crotchet. So of course we are in 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, we are in 4-4. Okay, so it did turn out to be one of our sort of simple ones, simple time signatures. Let's keep moving. Okay. What is this time signature? Once again, I'm not seeing any of our common groupings, so I'm guessing it's a simple one, and we're going to add up the beats. So I know that a T ticker is worth 1 beat, and a crotchet is worth 1 beat. So that's going to be 1 plus 1, 2-4. So with your, just as a side note here, with your things like, you can think of these as common groupings within 4-4 or 2-4, 3-4. These are, and I might just write it down here. So you have, I'm going to rattle off all these things: tar, TT, ticker ticker, T ticker, ticker T, za. All of those things are worth 1 beat. So you don't really need to go through and work out, okay, a quaver plus a semiquaver plus a semiquaver. if you see a common grouping, we know that's one beat. So I'm going to put them all down here. So I'm going to compare them all to a tar. So a tar is equivalent to, obviously, a tar. I'm not even going to put that, that's silly. A titi, a za, a tika tika, a tea tika. Hopefully you can see that, yep. And a tika tea. Those are all worth one beat. So if you're dealing with 4/4, 2/4, or 3/4, a simple time signature, and you see those, you don't need to add up the individual things. You can go, yep, TT, that's worth one beat. A T ticker, one beat. Okay? So they're common 4/4 simple time signature groupings. Okay? I'm just going to, if you need to copy that down, you can pause the video, but I'm just going to rub that out so we don't get confused with the next ones. So let's keep going. We had 3/4, 4/4, and 2/4. We were counting the beats, the number of beats in the bar by showing how many beats each thing is worth. Let's keep going. So now I've noticed that we have common 3 quaver groupings. So I'm immediately seeing a compound time signature. Okay, so we have 3 quavers here. We've got a dotted crotchet, I'm going to crotchet and a quaver. Now I know, and I might put those down here as well, like I did before, our 3 quaver groupings. Our common ones, obviously 3 quavers. We have the dotted crotchet, we have the dotted crotchet rest, we have the crotchet and quaver. I'm going to start a new column here, a quaver and a crotchet. We have one that looks like that, one that looks like that. Those are all equivalent to 3 quavers. And if we see those, a lot of those things in our rhythms, we know we're in a compound time signature. And here we are. And I like to just count the groups of them. So we have one there, we have one group there, and then we have another group there. And 3 groups, 3 times 3 quavers, is equivalent to 9/8. I go into this in more detail in a previous video about compound time signatures. I don't want to get bogged down in detail, I just want to show you how I work this out. So that's 9/8 because we have 3 groups of 3 quavers. Let's keep going. Next one. That za dot is the equivalent of that. That's a crotchet rest with a dot. And it's one of our, okay, so I'm immediately seeing once again compound time signature groupings. And we have 2 of them. There's one there, and there's one there. And 2 groups of 3 quavers is the equivalent of 6/8. Okay, 1 to go. Okay, once again, I'm seeing groupings that are familiar with compound time signatures. So I've got a 3 quavers here, I've got a tika TT, if you want to think of it like that there. We've got a dotted crotchet there, there's a dot there. And we have a quaver and a crotchet there. So we have 4 groupings of 3 quavers, or what's equivalent to 3 quavers. And we know that 4 times 3 is 12, and that is 12/8. So that is how I work out question 1 of the practice notation exercises, number 1. Okay, so join me in the next video, and I'm going to go through question 2, I think it is, which shows how we work out the missing note. So a similar rhythmic type one. See you in the next one.